Hello, everyone. So the whole drama between Dangote and NMDPRA boss Farouk Ahmed is really ongoing, and this time the Farouk Ahmed is pushing back against Dangote's corruption allegation, and he's seeking for full probe. This is Sahara Reporters reporting it. He traced his career in Nigeria's petroleum sector to 1991, insisting that his rise through the system was driven by merit rather than political patronage. Let me even just see, because I've read a bit of the statement. I was just waiting for, I've seen it around, being passed around. I was waiting for a media outfit to actually pick it up. Nobody is talking about your technicality, whether you are qualified for the job or you're not qualified. That's not what is in contention, right now. The main issue is that where did you get this amount of money for you to have been able to spend it on your children? And you can't just come and say, oh, it's here, it's there. There can't be any shady thing around the school fees are things that this is where you actually got. Oh, I have family members, there were scholarship, my father set up something. Guy, who is your father? Everybody's father is setting up something. The other time Wike was telling us that it is his wife's parents that bought houses worth millions of dollars for. Is it everybody's parents that is rich? Am I the only one whose parents are not rich, or is it, where do I find this thing to say, okay, it's my parents that are buying whatever? I mean, nobody is for him to come and even start it by talking about the fact that it's not a political patron. Nobody said you're not qualified for the job. Nobody said you don't have the degree that makes you entitled to have the job or the experience or whatever. What they're simply saying is that your salary and what you're supposed to be earning, it is not commensurate with the expenses. Your expenses is way higher. You're spending money like a footballer in the Premier League, while you are just a managing director or whatever boss in a public, public organization. Even if the salary, you guys, they pay yourselves a whole lot of salary, but it's still not enough. He's talking about the fact that his salary is 48 million. 48 million, that's just 2 million. Is that 2 million or 4 million naira? 4 million naira per month. 4 million naira per month is not even the whole 48 million myself with the correct money is just maybe 1 year's school fees for one child. But your kids have gone to this school, and he hasn't come out to deny that his children went here. He hasn't come out to say that he didn't spend this amount of money. That's not what I said. But I'm going to read the statement in full to see. I don't think I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that, oh, we got this money through here, through there. The Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), Engineer Farouk Ahmed, has pushed back against allegations concerning the funding of his children's education and questions raised about his integrity in office, describing the claims as misleading and taken out of context. In a statement, Ahmed said the allegations necessitated this response not because I fear scrutiny of my finances, which I welcome, but because the timing and nature of these claims demand context that only 3 decades of public service can provide. There is no 3 decades of any service that can be able to provide that particular thing. It's just like the other time. There was a time when a former NNPC boss was found. I think there was a house that he buried. How many was it? $5 million? How many $1 million? And then he's coming out to tell us that, oh, there are gifts from people. That's corruption. There's no amount of 30 whatever years of service that is going to give you this amount that you are using to pay. Or unless if you come and say that, oh, you were doing this business along the way, maybe then let us see that business. There's no whatever years of service that is giving you this. Come on, man. He traced his career on Nigeria's petroleum sector to 1991, insisting that his rise through the system was driven by merit rather than political patronage. Like I said earlier, that's not the bone of contention. The bone of contention is that where are you getting this money to fund this very expensive, lavish lifestyle for yourself and your children? Whatever the salary that you are being paid. If you were working with Saudi Aramco and maybe they are paying you $1 million every year, nobody will say that, oh, you spent $5 million on your children, nobody is going to blink an eye or say anything. But in this case, they are telling you, you are working in Naija, your salary is not enough to do it. This is not about your competence. This is about corruption, that there is something, the life you're living is more expensive. It's more expensive than what you're earning. It's as simple as that. According to him, his professional experience spans technical operations, crude oil marketing, gas supply monitoring, and downstream activities, adding that his actions and decisions in office have consistently been guided by what he described as Nigeria's national interest. I spent my formative years in the technical divisions where decisions are measured not by political expediency but by engineering precision and market realities. He further outlined his rise to general manager of the crude oil marketing division in 2012 and later deputy director in 2015 before being appointed NMDPRA chief executive in 2021. On assuming the role, he said he understood the challenges of implementing reforms under the Petroleum Industry Act, acknowledging that enforcing transparency in a sector long characterized by opacity would inevitably meet resistance. Addressing the allegations about his children's education, Ahmed said the claim that he spent $5 million on sweet schooling was misleading. Three of my four children received substantial merit-based scholarship, ranging from 40% to 65% of tuition costs. Verifiable information is available to any authorized investigation, he said, adding that the contribution from his father, a northern Nigerian businessman, further supported the educational costs. Oh, everybody, papa na businessman, oh, they get money. We are saying only me and you, we no get this thing. No. He added, when scholarships, family contributions, and my own savings accumulated over 3 decades are properly accounted for, my personal financial obligation was entirely consistent with someone of my professional standing and length of service. So we are having scholarships, okay, scholarships, family contributions, and his own savings, family contribution. Oshe, family that contribute for each other. Ahmed confirmed that his annual compensation of approximately 48 million naira, including allowances, publicly documented, and that he has submitted detailed asset declaration to the Code of Conduct Bureau throughout his career. The CEO also linked the timing of the allegation to recent regulatory actions taken by NMDPRA. These allegations resurfaced precisely when NMDPRA has enforced qualities standards revealing substandard petroleum products in the market, implemented stricter licensing requirements, and insisted on transparent pricing mechanism that eliminate opacity, benefiting certain market players. The timing is not coincidental, Ahmed said. He defended the authorities' import licensing decision, emphasizing that they comply with Section 7 of the Petroleum Industry Act, which mandates supply security and prevention of scarcity. Granting import licenses when domestic supply proves insufficient is not sabotage, it is our legal duty, he said. Ahmed invited formal investigations into his finances and tenure, stating, I formally and publicly request the Code of Conduct Bureau to conduct comprehensive review of all my asset declarations since 1991, the Economics and Financial Crimes Commission to examine all my financial transactions and sources of income, and the National Assembly to exercise its oversight function regarding any allegation of regulatory compromise during my tenure. I will cooperate fully, provide all documentation, and answer all questions under oath if required. Concluding, Ahmed reaffirmed his commitment to regulatory independence and transparency. 3 decades of service to Nigeria's petroleum sector have taught me that integrity is tested not in comfortable moments, but when powerful interests demand compromise. My response is simple: investigate thoroughly, examine every claim, scrutinize every transaction. My record, both financial and professional, will withstand any legitimate inquiry. So, is there an illegitimate inquiry? For Dangote, you've heard Dangote's allegation. But anyway, we'll continue to follow this. If Nigeria had a government that was interested in fighting corruption, this is you would really expect something to come out of it. But hey, anyway, Dangote has sent his this thing to ICPC. For me, I would say to Dangote and every well-meaning Nigeria, if we really want Nigeria to work, we have to fix politics. First of all, let's get people with competence, character, and capacity into the National Assembly so that they will be able to take these things on and follow it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.